Okay, I want you to try something. Take a good look at yourself. I mean, really look at your face, your hands, the way you're built. Now, imagine you could hop in a time machine and travel 70,000 years into the past to meet one of your well, you get the idea, ancestors. Here's the truly wild part. You would basically be looking at yourself. They'd look just like you. Same height, same brain size, same fundamental features. Seriously, if you gave them a haircut and some modern clothes, they could walk right past you on the street and you wouldn't even notice. So what on earth happened? Why did our physical evolution just hit the brakes? So yeah, let's dive right into this mystery. In those 70,000 years, humanity has built empires, we've invented computers, we've walked on the moon, and yet our bodies, our actual biology, has stayed pretty much frozen in time. And this timeline really puts it all into perspective. You see, the first Homo sapiens show up around 200,000 years ago. But right around that 70,000 year mark, the major physical changes just slow to a crawl. And then they basically stop. We are, for all intents and purposes, the same people. And this is where the story gets really strange. Because at that exact moment in history, an event occurred that, by all the laws of evolution, should have slammed the evolutionary gas pedal to the floor. But it did the complete opposite. That event was a disaster on a planetary scale. It's known as the Toba catastrophe, and it came incredibly close to wiping our species off the map for good. Okay, so about 74,000 years ago, a supervolcano in what's now Indonesia erupted with a force that is just hard to even comprehend. This wasn't just some big explosion. This was an event that fundamentally changed the Earth's climate for years. Just to give you a sense of scale here, a lot of us remember the Mount St. Helens eruption in 1980. That was a huge deal. Toba was 2,800 times larger. It was so massive, it plunged the planet into a volcanic winter that might have lasted for an entire decade. And the result for humanity? Absolutely devastating. Our population crashed. I mean, some genetic models suggest we were reduced to as few as 3,000 breeding individuals on the entire planet. We were balanced right on the knife's edge of extinction. What this event created is something geneticists call a population bottleneck, and you can actually see this scar left in our DNA to this day. Get this, all 8 billion of us alive today have less genetic variation than a single troop of wild chimpanzees. That's how close we came. So here it is, the core of the paradox. This is the perfect recipe for rapid evolution. You have a tiny, isolated population under immense life-or-death environmental stress. Natural selection should have been working overtime. So why in the world did our physical evolution just grind to a halt? Well, the answer seems to be that our ancestors found a kind of cheat code. They stopped relying on biological evolution and started using something much, much faster to adapt: culture. The best way to think about it is like this. Biological evolution is our hardware. It's slow. It gets passed down through genes, and it takes thousands of generations for any meaningful update. But cultural evolution, that's our software. It's lightning fast. It gets passed down through learning, and it can be updated in a single generation. And you can see the proof of this right in the archaeological record. Because right after that Toba bottleneck, something incredible happens. We see this explosion of what's called behavioral modernity. All of a sudden, there's art, there's jewelry, there are way more complex tools. It's like a switch was just flipped in the human brain. So, what's the hard proof that our bodies really did stop changing? Well, the evidence is literally written in our bones. For millions of years, the trend couldn't have been clearer. Our ancestors' brains were on this steady, relentless climb, bigger and bigger and bigger. But then, look at the bottom of the chart. It just hits a ceiling. For the last 70,000 years, our brain size has totally flatlined. It's actually even gotten a little bit smaller. And it's not just our brains. Skeletons from nearly 100,000 years ago are virtually identical to modern humans. Our teeth, our height, our body proportions, the basic human blueprint was locked in. Why? Well, we didn't need to evolve new bones or stronger muscles for farming because, we invented the plow. Our tools started doing the evolving for us. So, why does a 70,000-year-old story matter to you right now, today? Because while our world has changed completely, our bodies and our brains, well, they haven't. This quote absolutely nails it. It's a concept called evolutionary mismatch. We are essentially running ancient, Stone Age biological software in a completely modern world. And that simple fact explains so much about our daily lives. Think about it. That intense craving you get for sugar and fat, that's your brain preparing for a famine that's never going to come. That chronic stress you feel from work emails, that's your body's fight or flight system trying to save you from a saber-toothed tiger you can't even see. Our biology is just completely out of sync with our modern environment. So, in the end, the thing that saved us from near extinction was developing this cultural software that could adapt at lightning speed. It was so successful, so effective, that our biological hardware, our bodies and brains, never really needed another major upgrade. And that leaves us with a pretty profound question for the future, doesn't it? For the first time, our cultural evolution, through things like genetic engineering, is giving us the power to directly manipulate our own biological evolution. We broke the old rules of natural selection 70,000 years ago, so what new rules are we going to write for ourselves now?